here to welcome you today to this very, very exciting event. We have the next installment from the very magical Out of Abaton novel, Lord of Monsters. I was handed a review as soon as I got here, right off the presses. Seriously, this is from a book house. The story is filled with danger and a quest to save himself and his new leadership. I really enjoyed the twists and turns that each chapter brought. Parents will be thrilled to read this one as well, since it relays an important message about being yourself. This is an exciting book. If you don't already have it, in addition to snacks and being able to make a mask and wonderful little magic notebooks, there is Sharon and the folks from Purple Crow are in the back. They got a big stack of books, and John will be back there later to sign them, whether you have brought your book or you get one from Purple Crow. And keep shopping in Hillsboro, and come if you don't get it today. And in fact, I see lots of friends and neighbors here. But if you're not familiar with Hillsboro, you're here visiting with us, we're just so glad that you're here. Enjoy Riverwalk, enjoy downtown, enjoy yourself while you're here. I know that Mr. Bemis moved to town, it's been almost 20 years.
It has been almost 20 years.
He loves his town. Lives here with his wife Amy, his young one Rosie is all here. Mr. Bemis is a North Carolina guy, raised in Pamlico County. Went to UNC in 1991, has been an educator, a local teacher, moved his family here in 1998, and has been an award-winning author. This is his 7th book. He's been a Piedmont laureate. Just amazing. So without further ado, we have the very, very special, if you would put your hands together, for a rockin' Hillsboro hometown welcome to John Claude Bemis.
All right. We have, only in Hillsboro can I do these kind of events like this. We couldn't put it on in a bookstore. We got to be outdoors in this beautiful space. And this is actually the 6th one I've done here in Hillsboro. How many of you have been to one of the other ones? Yeah. I think some of you have been to all of them. I know a lot of you have. That's great. And it means a lot to me that you're here, so thank you so much. Folks in the back, there's room up here. If you don't feel like you can see very well and you want to come up, we got room up here. You're welcome to get a little bit closer so you can see, especially if you don't mind sitting down. So, Lord of Monsters. This is the 2nd book in the series, the sequel to The Wooden Prince from last year. How many of you read The Wooden Prince? Yes, all right. I hope you enjoyed it. Good. Well, so with this book, Lord of Monsters, I'm going to tell you more about it in just a little bit, but you can probably guess from that title that, yeah, there are monsters. Monsters abundant in this book. And so I thought that what we're going to do to get things started, I want to introduce you. Would you like to meet a couple of monsters right off the bat? So, as a writer, I tend to work by myself at home, and I don't get to often collaborate with other people, but I've got some people who have helped me out and are collaborating. Hey, Chloe, you're helping me out. My buddy Noah down here is helping me out. Come up. I'll come up here. We got Emmy, and we have Asa up here. We're going to introduce you to some monsters. Chloe, you can go on either side. How about you come on this side? So we'll put of monsters. But here's the thing, none of us really quite know everything there is to know about this monster. So this is gonna be a process of discovery together. All right? You ready for this? So here's how it works. Have you ever done one of those drawings where one person draws the top and then you fold it over so you can't see it and someone else does the bottom? This is a little bit of a surprise. We are doing that with our monsters, and we also have a monster profile. So we're going to learn a little bit about these monsters, but it's kind of Mad Lib style. And this is what Noah and Chloe have helped me out with here. So, all right. So let's see. Asa, you still got a little bit more. We're going to let you. Are you ready? You ready? All right. We're going to start off with Asa over here. So Asa has helped me out by doing the top of this monster. I actually I kind of think that monster might look a little bit like your dad. Okay, what? Maybe it's just a coincidence. It could just be a coincidence. All right, so we're gonna find out now. We see the top of the monster. You ready to see what the bottom looks like? All right, it's gonna be a surprise for all of us.
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please. Oh, hey, give me that tape over there. See that? See that? Yeah, that tape right there. All right. Lined up. That's right. Oh, that's not quite lined up, right? But you get the idea. What's that? Chicken. This monster's name, and we're going to go in order, by the way. 1, 2, 3, just right in there. Okay. All right. So let me stand out of the way so you can see the monster again. This monster, by the way, his name is. Put it. Say it into the microphone so everyone can hear it.
Coldflake.
Coldflake. And what's his last name?
I don't know.
Oh, number 2. What'd you do for number 2?
Sneeze.
Coldflake Sneeze. All right. Sounds like a monster's name, right? Coldflake Sneeze. All right. Now, Coldflake Sneeze, it loves to play with
Pacifiers.
pacifiers. Okay? What is wrong with this monster? So, all right, it loves to play with pacifiers. Its favorite hobby is destroying
Fidget spinners.
fidget spinners. Somebody's got to. All right. And it loves to eat candied.
Ball.
Candy what?
Ball.
Ah, candy barf. That's disgusting. And roasted
Pandas.
pandas. What kind of monster would roast a panda? That's terrible. And this monster lived in Abaton, and eventually the ruler of Abaton, Prester John, had to kick this monster out of Abaton because it wouldn't stop
Pickpocketing.
pickpocketing. From who?
Mayor Tom. Steven.
All right, Jim Noah, make a round of applause. Monster, and this is going to be a little less of an ordeal, showing the bottom half. So let's see the bottom half of Emmy's monster here. Ready for the big reveal? Drum roll, drum roll. All right, and then we're going to drop it down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you'll just never be able to look at a ballerina dancer quite the same way, will you? So, okay. Hey, Chloe. I know that microphone is kind of small, but help. Yes, we'll pick it up or something. So, all right. Chloe's going to help us tell us a little bit more about this monster. So, first of all, let's find out the monster's name. The monster's first and last names are number 1 and number 2.
Rotten egg biting your neck.
Put it, say it down in here.
Rotten egg biting your neck.
Put it, what was that first name?
Rotten egg.
Rotten egg biting your nails. That is, yes, that sounds like a monster's name. Okay, so, and we're going to keep going in order. So, you're number 3 of the next set. This monster lives in
Azkaban.
Azkaban prison, of course. Yeah, so where this monster deserves to be. We're kind of crossing over different properties here, but hopefully I won't get sued for this. All right, so rotten egg, wasn't it rotten egg bites its nails? Biting nails, okay, has a very strange power. Whenever it sneezes, unicorns come flying out of its arms. Unicorns are flying out of its arms. Sorry. Once, as a kid, it got an award at school for being the monster most likely to punch. So, yeah, the monster most likely to punch. Yes. Somebody's got to be. Right, so. Prester John also had to kick this monster out of Abaton because every time it saw a dragon, it would eat them with
Ketchup.
Yes. Give a round of applause for Amy. It's probably been almost a year since you read the Wooden Prince. But hopefully, help me out. I'm going to get you to help me out with reminding people a little bit about what happened in that first book. Because as you know, the Wooden Prince is a reimagining of the Pinocchio story. But this is set in Renaissance Italy, a Venetian empire. Venice is the capital. But in this world, magic and extraordinary creatures from this land of Abaton have come in, they have immigrated in, and they have sent things in a really different direction. The Venetian Empire is now building has this extraordinary technology that calls it, this magic and creatures that are coming in. Their soldiers have great mechanical wings that they fly on to patrol the skies. Like, who was the villain from the first book? The airman. Do you remember his name? Captain... You want to remember his name? Oh, super fans, come on. Captain Toro was his name from the first book. Helping you remember. And also, we have other technology that the Venetians are building. Essentially these wooden robots called, remember what they're called? Automatons. Yes, they're like automatons, but they're Ultima. Pinocchio is one of them. And over the course of the first book, through all these dangers and exciting things that are going on, Pinocchio gets sent to a new master, a wanted criminal by the name of Geppetto. And over the course of the first book, Pinocchio slowly comes to life. He transforms from being a mechanical servant into a real living boy. And he and his father, Geppetto changes in his own way. He comes to see Pinocchio not as his servant, but as someone who might be a son to him. And the two of them are trying to escape from the Venetian Empire, which they can't do alone. They have a lot of help from people. Do you remember, who remembers the name of the fox and the cat from the book? Remember the name of the fox and the cat? What was the fox's name? Mesmer, and the cat is Sop. That's right. But one of the most important characters in the book is a character who is essentially the blue fairy from the original story. A girl named Lazuli, who comes from Abaton. She is the daughter of the ruler of Abaton. And she's blue hair. She is a sylph, this air elemental who can command the winds. And through her help, these new friends, these allies, are able to escape from the dangerous Venetian Empire. While that first book took place mostly in Italy, in this Venetian Empire, the second book we get to actually see Abaton. The heroes have now escaped from the Venetian Empire. They're in Abaton. And just wait until you see what Abaton is like. It is an extraordinary place. That are up in the clouds. There are jungles teeming with amazing creatures. But here's the thing about Abaton. Even though it has its extraordinary creatures, it is a place of relative peace and harmony. There are not monsters in Abaton. Prester John, the former ruler, made sure of that. But those of you that read The Wooden Prince might remember, sadly, Prester John, this immortal king, died at the end of the book. And now, Abaton has new rulers, which turn out to be Lazuli and Pinocchio. If you haven't read the book, it gets explained in the book why they wind up having to be the rulers. But they are the new rulers. And of course, things are making a downhill turn for Abaton under their leadership. So, monsters are beginning to return. And I want to read for you a passage here where Pinocchio and the cricket, whose name in my story is Maestro. He's the royal musician to the court of the Moonlit Court. And he thinks very highly of himself. But he and Pinocchio in the scene are in a bit of trouble and realizing that monsters are returning to Abaton. So here, let me read this portion passage. Something growled. Maestro spun on his 6 tiny legs. Out of the mist, a dark form emerged. No, dark forms. And they were gathering. Some crept. Some flapped on leathery wings. Others slithered forward, shapes menacing and ominous. Maestro trembled with such terror against Pinocchio's wooden head. It was like a clock ticking overly fast. Something wound tight and ready to burst. The cricket was little. The monsters were big. Maestro was doomed. Pinocchio leaped to his feet, turning in a circle. The mist gathered so thick about their legs that he couldn't tell what exactly they were standing on. "Where are we, Maestro?" Maestro trembled from atop his head. "I think that we were thrown into the mists below the Sylph City. But what lives in these mists?" I thought nothing did," Maestro managed. A fiery beast rose from the murk, making a lunge for Pinocchio's head. He ducked just in time. "Well, I guess you were wrong," Pinocchio said. More creatures appeared out of the ghostly landscape, their snarling faces fixed hungrily on him. Each had the diamond brand on its forehead. Pinocchio shook his head in confusion. These were Diamancer's monsters. What were they doing here? Hadn't Lazuli said that nothing that enters the mist could ever get out? Pinocchio reached for his sword at his belt, but realized he didn't have it. Typical. "What do you want?" he called. A horned creature with a matted, hairy face strode forward, scaly legs. "We are monsters," it growled. "We want what monsters want. We want to devour things," slobbered a gruesome toad-like monstrosity. "We like to butcher," a voice that crackled like embers hissed. "And destroy," a skeletal ghoul said, tapping his sword against its bony palm. Something oozing and larva-like rumbled. "We want to suck the guts out of living things until they won't ever live again." Pinocchio blinked woodenly. "Oh," he said. The wooden altar. So all sorts of danger ahead for our heroes. So, but we're going to get to see a lot of the old friends from the first book that you enjoyed, and a lot of fun new characters. If you haven't yet checked out these little posters where you can do the cutouts, you can stick your face through them and get your pictures taken. I've illustrated some of these heroes back here that you're going to meet, some fun new characters. There is a kind of troublemaking mushroom by the name of Goliath, who joins up with our heroes. There's this hotshot Sylph archer who thinks very highly of himself and his skills. There's this huge, hulking lizard half-beast creature by the name of Cataton, who talks very slowly and he moves very slowly, but you'll see, he's quite impressive in a dangerous situation. And for the unicorn fans out there, we have a trio of unicorns, but just these trio of unicorn sisters who are helping the heroes. But in Abaton, you don't call them unicorns. They prefer to be called Kirin there, so the heroes are going to have to get used to that. But of course, there's going to be lots of monsters, manicorns, dragon-like wyverns, all sorts of assorted atrocities for you to meet and for our heroes are going to have to face. And I can't wait for you all to read it. So looking forward to you jumping into Lord of Monsters. Some of you already have. So how many of you have already started the book? I've seen a few people that have. So that's awesome. Great. So those of you that were here last year, you know that I like to talk just a little bit also to share with the writers here. So how many of you, young folks, how many of you like to use your imaginations to come up with story ideas? Give questions for helping to come up with story ideas, and also making these lists of awesome sauce, the things that will make your story, to be the right ingredients to add into your story that will make it just awesome. This year, I want to talk a little bit about what I like to think of as making crazy combinations, these crazy combos. This is something that I hit on when I was working on my very first book, at least, well, my first book that got published, not the first book I ever wrote, which was a book called The 9-Pound Hammer. Anyone read The 9-Pound Hammer? All right, that's good. So, with The 9-Pound Hammer, one of the things in this book was, it's a fantasy adventure book, but the way I was envisioning it was I wanted it to be something that was very American. Something that could kind of capture what American mythology would be like. And so, a little bit the way Rick Riordan or someone like that looks through the Greek myths, in order to write his stories. I was looking to American myth, American history, our Southern folklore to create this fantasy world. So it had things in it like cowboys and trains and these kind of traveling carnival performers, fire eaters and sword swallowers and all that. But when I was first working on it, I remember thinking at one point, like a story with cowboys and magic. I don't know, that seems like a really kind of crazy thing to do, a little oddball, and I didn't want it to be goofy. But writers, what you have to do is you just spend that time in your imagination, really thinking it out, really getting the story tweaked out by making time to think, making time to daydream. And I spent enough time on that hopefully, my goal was to make it all work. And I hope that those of you that read it, you enjoyed it in that way. Because the way I see it, human beings, every new creation that we've had, every time we have come up with something new, whether it's a story or music or technology or art or a food, it comes about because we have combined things together in ways that we have never seen them combined before. Mr. Harry Reese, who in the 1920s, worked for the Hershey's chocolate company, he had this great idea for a new candy by simply taking the chocolate that Hershey's was doing and adding peanut butter to it, coming up with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. You know? That was, at the time, probably seemed like a crazy combination. Chocolate, I'm sure some people thought that was disgusting at the time. Chocolate, I mean, now we know it's the most delicious dessert ever, but at the time, people maybe kind of wondered, you know. And with The Wooden Prince, the first book of my Out of Abaton book, you know, I took the Pinocchio story, but then added a lot of things that were my own interests to make this kind of odd combination. Asking those kind of what-if questions along the way. You know, like, what if Pinocchio isn't a puppet, but is this kind of almost Leonardo da Vinci designed robot? You know, this. What if the whale that eats Geppetto isn't a whale, but it's this colossal sea monster that guards the shores of Abaton? So making these odd combinations sometimes are ways that I think jolt our imaginations to coming up with something that people have never seen before. But look, let's try it out. Let's do it. Let's put it in practice. I want to show you how it works because we saw it a little bit with our mix and match monster in action with the story. So I'm looking for somebody that will help me out up here. And will come on stage that will have especially someone who likes to write stories. So, how about in the purple? Would you like to come and help me out? Come on up. I am blanking on you. Yes, thank you. Come on up. Thank you. What is your name? Cal. What did you say, Cal? Cal. Okay. Thank you, Cal. Cal, come over here to this microphone. I know it's a little bit short for you, but here's what we're going to do. So you like to write?
Yes.
What kind of story? When you write stories, what kind of stories do you like to write?
Right, like fantasy.
Oh yeah, all right, another fantasy geek like me. All right, I'm glad you came. We need more people like you. Let me ask you something first though. When you are spending that time in your imagination, when you're just thinking of ideas for stories, where do you think is the best place for you for thinking and daydreaming? Have you found that there's a good spot or a good place or a good activity where you do your best thinking? In bed, like when you're going to sleep, or just like lounging in your bed. So, just bed lounging. All right, good. All right, here's what I need you to do, Kel. All right. All right. So, Kel, what I want you to do is you're gonna write down 5 things on here that you find fascinating. Things that you might like to see in a story. All right. Now, write them nice and big so everyone can see them. And ideally, these things should not fit together because, you know, we're talking about this idea of crazy combinations. So one thing you particularly like, dragons. I give a thumbs up for that. So, dragons are awesome. Ooh, caves, yes. All right, monsters. All right. So for 4 and 5, let's go in a different direction. Tell me something that is your favorite food. What is your favorite food? Sushi. All right, excellent. Okay, good. And what is one of besides writing, tell me something, is there something that you like to, you have as a hobby, something that you really enjoy doing? Play an instrument, or you do sports, or you play a musical instrument? Piano. All right, cool. Okay, so we have dragons, caves, monsters, sushi, piano. Some of these things don't necessarily go together. Let's take something, especially like maybe one of these top 3 and one of these bottom 2, and let's see if you can put them together in a way that sparks a story idea. That would be a crazy combination. You don't have to write it, you can just tell us.
A dragon.
And talk to the mic so everyone can hear you.
Dragons that live in caves that play piano and eat sushi.
Okay, so this is a dragon who lives in a cave, which we're used to seeing that, but the secret life of this dragon is that he actually likes to play piano. And but with the sushi, is it raw fish or is it something else? What would a dragon eat that's raw? People?
Raw eggs.
Oh, raw egg. Oh, yeah. So it's a raw egg kind of like sushi thing. Yeah, that's nice and disgusting. Perfect for a dragon. So, all right. So could you see this as a fun story idea? You know, this piano playing dragon. Have you ever seen a piano playing dragon before? No. That is quite an original. What's that?
Dragons aren't real.
Says who, Alice? I've seen it.
They aren't real.
You don't think so? A dragon just died. It's like fairy, in Peter Pan, they say if you say a fairy isn't real, then somewhere a fairy dies. So this could be the way to finally the dragon slayer. You just simply say dragons aren't real. You're a dragon slayer, Alice. Cal, thank you so much for helping me out. And here, I like to send something fun with you, which is to encourage you to use your imagination. If you have not picked up one of my notebooks, I see some of you already have them. You're starting to jot some ideas down. That's good. I have these imagination notebooks. Now, these are not notebooks that you should write your stories in. Write them somewhere else. This is a notebook, and if you haven't picked one up, after this, I want you to go pick up one of these imagination notebooks. I always keep a little notebook like this in my back pocket. And this is a place where when you get an idea, to jot it down in here and to see if it sparks a story idea. Whether it is trying to make some of these crazy combinations, whether it's asking what-if questions, whether it's just something that you think of while you're on a walk on the river walk or brushing your teeth or wherever. But summer is here. School is out, right? This is the perfect time this summer for you to really start using your imaginations. And I want you to hatch some great story ideas for it. So, if you have not picked up a notebook, I want to make sure that you do that. Hey, parents, not to leave you out, I've got a little giveaway for 2 parents here as well. All right? You ready for this? Because I want to thank you, parents, grandparents, family members, whoever, you brought a kid here today. You put up with me today, so you deserve something. So what I've got is, I've got a couple of copies of The Wooden Prince as an audiobook, which, by the way, it is a really great audiobook. If you haven't heard it yet, the reader on it, this guy, Ralph Lister, he's this actor who was in the Batman vs. Superman movie. He does such a great job reading it. I mean, it's such a good job that the book was nominated this year for an Audie, which is like the Oscar. Pretty awesome. So if you have not heard Ralph Lister reading this book, he does such a great job. So I want to give, and hey, summertime, I know you're going to be going on road trips to the beach and stuff like that, so this might be something really fun to listen to in the car. So I'm going to give one to, does any adults here have a birthday today? This weekend? In the past week? Anyone else? All right, I think that you're our first winner here. So, all right. Copy of The Wooden Prince. Yes, enjoy. And my birthday is December the 8th, which I hope you will all remember. Anyone else have a birthday on December the 8th? Anyone have? Oh, well, I got to give it to an adult, so hang on a second. This is a special prize for the adult team. Anyone have a birthday in early December? Close to it. When's yours? Anyone got a birthday closer than December 1st? All right, you're our other winner for this. Yay!
Pretty good. You know it.
But you're great. Thank you, Purple Pro folks back here, Sharon Wheeler and Randy and Haley and all those guys. Hey, the Bucket Brothers, aren't they amazing? They are fantastic. They are going to be back in a little bit, playing some more music for you. And hey, if you enjoy the music that these talented guys are doing, then they don't have CDs here, but go to their website, bucketbrothers.com. Go check it out. They have a CD out that's phenomenal. I know you'll love listening to it. So.